So for the dungeon crawling, I think we're going to go with a very small dungeon. And we're going to be using Solitary Defilement rules. And we're going to start with the first room. So do we actually find a special room? So we're going to roll that. That's bad. That's really bad. So what happens is that we're not even able to continue. Some kind of danger forces us to stay at the entrance. I actually have some rules for dungeon crawling in my solo supplement that I'm still working on. So let's reveal a danger. Let's do that. What is the thing that we find that prevents us from going forwards in the dungeon? 5. A common encounter. What we're going to do is we're going to be using Dungeon Stock by 1d10 plus 5, who also made Solitary Defilement. So we're gonna go with Graven Tusk, right? Graven Tusk. So we're gonna get a common encounter here. We're gonna roll a d6. What do we find? Corpse. 1 in 2 chance of being a zombie. Okay. We almost trip over something in the entrance. So I'm gonna draw the dungeon as we explore it. So this is the starting entrance, right? And we almost tripped over something. So this is the gate with the horrible skeleton outside. We almost tripped over something, and it seems to be some kind of dead body. So I think we poke at it a little bit. Who pokes at it? I'm gonna say Naplam pokes at it a little bit. 50-50 chance. Is it a zombie? No, it's not. Okay. It's just a dead body. I think he searches it. Is there anything that he can find? So, as we know, the common encounter has a Corpse Plunder or D100 Trinket. Okay, we've already used Corpse Plunder previously, so I think it's going to be more fun if we change things up a bit. So we're gonna roll a D100, and we're gonna see what do we find on this corpse. 31. We find a handful of human teeth. Okay. I don't think we're gonna bring that along with us. I think we literally are searching it and some teeth just fall out. That's it. So there's nothing useful on this body at all. So we just keep moving on. But there's a corpse here, and that indicates that this is kind of a dangerous area. So now that that has been cleared, we can keep moving forwards. We're going to roll what is in the next room. So dungeon crawling. We're gonna search for the dungeon rooms. First adjective is going to be a 9. A bleak or blasted. What? 8. Lair, dwelling or home. Okay, that's interesting. We find some kind of dwelling. How many exits are there? 4. 3 exits. Okay. I'm gonna draw this out first. So we find some kind of dwelling. Some kind. With 3 exits. We'll do it like this. And there's basically something within this dwelling. What is it? Let's roll for room contents. 8. Oh my god, that's bad luck. Okay, so we find a rare encounter. Possibly the worst thing that could happen to us other than a bizarre creature. So let's see what happens. Rare encounters. Oh, okay. What is that? 3 of them, okay. So we find 3 twice grown corpse flies. Larvae go through 2 cocooning stages in 2 different hosts before emerging, bulging, bloated, and starving for more. Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. We have to sneak past these guys. There's 3 of them. So that's very bad actually. What happens if you get hit is that eggs are implanted within your flesh. If you can't get them out within these 6 days, they hatch from your corpse. Okay. We're gonna sneak by these guys, I hope. Or we'll just die. That could happen too. Let's see. Are they preoccupied? I'm gonna say it's nah. Is a DR10 dungeon, right? So we have to check whether they even see us at all. Okay, I'm going to say agility move. Who is leading the charge? I'm going to say the person with more agility, Rebar. Okay, Rebar, let's see if they're alerted. Oh, thank God. Okay, some good luck. It doesn't detect us at all. If you choose to sneak past, you have to hit on a TR -3 presence move or it sees you. If you choose to fight, you have initiative. We're not gonna fight these guys. If we fight them, they can implant some kind of eggs within us and kill us from the inside out. So we're actually going to do a TR -3 presence move. The guy with lower presence does it, so Rebar does it. And we're going to say that's gonna be, so he needs to get a 7 or higher on one of the dice, which is very likely. Please, otherwise they're gonna attack us. Okay, we got it on one of the dice. So we hit on one of the dice, and we're able to sneak past these 3 corpse flies. And there's a dwelling, and they are basically around these corpses of some kind. And I think we just go through one of these doors. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna go through this door here. So there's gonna be a DR10. So we're gonna roll a weak hit. Okay, so we're able to enter a generic kind of room. What is the room that we enter this time? So a room active is gonna be a 5. An oppressive, so it's a very small... Oh, the dice are stacked with one another. An oppressive, what? Prison, cell, stable, or zoo? Okay. How many exits are there? No special rooms, so that's gonna be 2 exits. Okay, so we're gonna go into this kind of prison cell here. And maybe the prison cells are like lined up here. So there's some kind of prison here. But what's in the actual room? So let's see. 10. An unstable or hazardous environment. I'm gonna say that this crypt is pretty old, so it's kind of like quite decrepit and it's starting to break down. Maybe as we walk in, there's some kind of like rubble that falls from the ceiling. I'm gonna say it falls on one of us. Is it Naplam? Let's see. No, it's not Naplam, it's Rebar. So Rebar, does he actually get hit by it? We're gonna check the agility. We're gonna do an agility move. Weak hit. So weak hit, I think I'm just gonna say that he gets damage for... Yeah, let's say D4. 3, how much does he block? 1. So he blocks just 1 damage. And he basically goes down to 3. I think at this point they're gonna take some time to actually rest. They're actually gonna rest up a little bit. Because they are actually at quite low HP. So they're gonna take a short break. And they're gonna try to catch their breath a little bit. So I'm gonna go with, let's see here, camping rules. So resting and catching a breath, DR9 presence with 2d20. So we're gonna do that for Naplam and we're gonna do that for Rebar. So let's do that. It's a weak hit, so that's going to be D2. So he gains how much HP? He gains 2 HP. So he gains 2 HP back. Okay, that's fine. And how about for Rebar? So you can check that out. A weak hit as well. So he gets a weak hit. That's gonna be how much HP? It's gonna be 1. So he regains 1 HP. So during this time though, like enemies can basically find them. So we're gonna have to roll to see whether they actually get a danger revealed. So there's a 1 in 6 chance. It's 5. We're fine. Okay. We catch our breath for a bit. And I think at this point is where we notice the cells. Is there anybody in the cells? Can we find anybody in the cells? I'm gonna say it's likely that we find somebody. So we're gonna roll that and that. Yes, we find somebody within one of the cells. It's a pretty weak hit, so I'm gonna say we find 1 person. Are they dead? It's a 50-50 chance. They are dead, but it's a weak hit as well, so I'm gonna say it's a very recent death. Who is this person who died? So we're gonna generate out an NPC. Disposition is 61. Cowardly, so it was somebody that was cowardly. And the profession is 43. A cowardly jailer. Okay. So the jailer of this cell was killed. That tells me that somebody's on the loose within this crypt. Somebody who potentially was able to escape this jailer and kill him and put him in one of the cells. Yeah, I think that this person could potentially be from an opposing cult, or it might just be somebody that was grabbed for sacrifice. We don't know yet, but all we know is that there is somebody on the loose within this area. We just don't know the details of who they are and what their goal is, but there's somebody else in here with us. So we're gonna move on to the next room. So we're gonna roll 2d20. So that's going to be a weak hit, and then we're gonna roll the dungeon rooms as well. So d20, 9, a bleak blasted. Another prison, okay, that's interesting. So as we go out through this area here, there's a room here as well, and there's another prison cell. So it seems like there were a lot of prisoners being captured and put here for some kind of reason, presumably some kind of ritualistic sacrifice, but we don't actually know. What do they find within this room? 10. Again, it's an unstable or hazardous environment, the same exact thing. They come in, there's rubble that falls. We have to see who it is this time. Let's say, okay, so it's, I was gonna say 1 to 3, it's Naplam, 4, 6, it's Rebar. It's Rebar again. Is he able to dodge it? Agility. Weak hit. He's gonna get damage for 1, and he's gonna block that damage. Okay, that's fine. So he's fine. Do they find any more people in here? So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna check whether there are any people within this place. I'm gonna say it's likely again. Okay. Alright, so it's likely, so they do find somebody within this area. Yeah, are they alive? I'm gonna say it's likely this time because we just found a killed jailer. So I'm gonna say it's likely. Yes. Somebody is in this room. The question is whether we notice them before they notice us. I'm gonna say it's more of a presence thing. I'm gonna say Naplam. So we're gonna do a move here. Do we notice this person within this room? Weak hit. Naplam notices, Rebar does not. There's this person within this room. What do they look like? Let's see here. Disposition. 54. A pretentious / extravagant. 36. Oh, that's interesting. So it gave us a pretentious / extravagant prisoner / inmate, which makes complete sense. So we find, okay, since it gave us something that direct, I think we're gonna say that they are inside one of the cells. They are not the person who's loose. There's somebody else that's loose, and we don't know where they are, but this one is still locked inside a cell and he's slowly dying. I think he's starving. I think it's been a while. And he looks up and he's like, please, I need to get out of here. The lock is, you can break it, please. And I think at this point, Naplam and Rebar are gonna have to think about this, because breaking that lock makes noise. It's gonna make noise, and it might attract somebody's attention that they might not want. Are they gonna do it? I think we're gonna do it. We're curious about what's happening within this place, firstly. But also, I think Naplam and Rebar could benefit from having somebody that could potentially help them in combat, maybe. We don't know anything about this guy. He could be of help to us. I think we're gonna break the lock. So the question is, are we able to break the lock without attracting anybody? Yeah, I'm gonna use a d6 to see whether we attract anybody because we're wasting time. But in addition to that, I'm also going to check using, let's see here. So I'm gonna check using strength, rebar strength, to see whether they can actually break the lock fast enough. Without attracting too much attention. So firstly is gonna be the d6 roll. If it rolls a 1, then they attract somebody. Nope, that's not it. Okay, that's good. So strength wise, are they able to break it down without attracting attention? They do, but it's a weak hit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll the d6 one more time. If it was a failure, I would have said somebody's attention gets attracted to them, but I'm gonna roll a d6 again. Okay, very good. So we're able to unlock this, well, we'll break the lock of this cell, and out comes this prisoner. He probably knows about this place and its history. And I think that's actually where we're gonna call it for today. We're going to, on the next session, figure out who this prisoner is, why are they here, and what's the deal with this crypt. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching.